जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव राधे। जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बालदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस पारिव्राजकाचार्य अस्तोतर सत श्री श्रीमान His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस पारिव्राजकाचार्य अस्तोतर सत श्री श्रीमान His Divine Grace श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नाम आचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की श्री श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री वृंदावन धाम गोकुल धाम मथुरा धाम द्वारका धाम की इस्कॉन सेंटर्स वर्ल्ड वाइड की गंगा माई यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की समवेत भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the most merciful divine lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So thank you all for coming for this morning class. We are on Canto 3, Chapter 9, text number 16, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jaya mudirayet nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So the verse is on the board. If you like, you may repeat after me. Yo va aham cha giriśaś cha vibhuḥ svayam cha sthiti-udbhava-pralaya-hetava ātma-mūlam bhittvā tri-pād vavṛdha ekaḥ uru-prarohas tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana-drumāya यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थिति-udbhava-pralaya-hetava ātma-mūlam bhittvā tri-pād vavṛdhe ekaḥ uru-prarohas tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana-drumāya यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थिति-udbhava-pralaya-hetava ātma-mūlam bhittvā tri-pād vavṛdhe ekaḥ uru-prarohas tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana-drumāya Prabhus aham cha giriśaś vibhuḥ svayam cha uru-prarohas vavṛdhe aham cha giriśaś vibhuḥ svayam cha Let aham cha giriśaś vibhuḥ svayam cha sthiti-udbhava-pralaya-hetava ātma-mūlam bhittvā tri-pād vavṛdhe ekaḥ uru-prarohas tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvana-drumāya. Ladies, Matajis, Vaishnavis, would you like to try? Okay. Maybe somebody can pass on their phone to Mataji. That would be very nice of you. Thank you. Yo va aham cha giriśaś vibhuḥ svayam cha sthiti-udbhava-pralaya-hetava ātma-mūlam tri-pād vavṛdhe ekaḥ uru-prarohas namo bhagavate bhuvana-drumāya. Thank you. Yaha, one who, why, certainly, aham cha, also I, giriśaś, also Shiva, vibhuḥ, the Almighty, svayam, personality, as Viṣṇu, cha, and sthiti, maintenance, udbhava, creation, pralaya, dissolution, hetavaḥ, the causes, ātma-mūlam, self-rooted, bhittvā, having penetrated, tri-pād, three trunks, vavṛdhe, grew, ekaḥ, one without a second. Uru, many. Praroha, branches. Tasmai, unto him. Namaha, obeisances. Bhagavate, unto the personality of Godhead. Bhuvana-drumāya, unto the tree of the planetary system. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Śiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Please repeat. Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Śiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Purport. The cosmic manifestation is grossly divided into three worlds, the upper, lower, and middle planetary systems, and then it broadens into the cosmos of 14 planetary systems, with the manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the supreme root. Material nature, which appears to be the cause of the cosmic manifestation, is only the agency or energy of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9:10. Maya dhyaksena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Only under the superintendence of the Supreme Lord does material nature appear to be the cause of all creation, maintenance, and dissolution. The Lord expands himself into three, Viṣṇu, Brahma, and Śiva, for maintenance, creation, and destruction respectively. Of the three principal agents controlling the three modes of material nature, Viṣṇu is the Almighty. Even though he is within material nature for the purpose of maintenance, he is not controlled by the laws of material nature. The other two, Brahma and Śiva, although almost as greatly powerful as Viṣṇu, are within the control of the material energy of the Supreme Lord. The conception of many gods controlling many departments of material nature is ill conceived of by the foolish pantheist. God is one without a second, and he is the primal cause of all causes. As there are many departmental heads of governmental affairs, so there are many heads of management of the universal affairs. Due to a poor fund of knowledge, the impersonalist does not believe in the personal management of things as they are. But in this verse, it is clearly explained that everything is personal and nothing is impersonal. We have already discussed this point in the introduction, and it is confirmed here in this verse. The tree of the material manifestation is described in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita as an ashwath tree whose root is upward. We have actual experience of such a tree when we see the shadow of a tree on the bank of a reservoir of water. The reflection of the tree on the water appears to hang down from its upward roots. The tree of creation described here is only a shadow of the reality which is Parabrahman Viṣṇu. In the internal potential manifestation of the Vaikuntha Lokas, the actual tree exists. And the tree reflected in the material nature is only the shadow of this actual tree. The impersonalist theory that Brahman is void of all variegatedness is false, because the shadow tree described in Bhagavad Gita cannot exist without being reflection of a real tree. The real tree is situated in the eternal existence of spiritual nature, full of transcendental varieties, and Lord Viṣṇu is the root of that tree also. The root is the same, the Lord, both for the real tree and the false. But the false tree is only the perverted reflection of the real tree. The Lord, being the real tree, is offered obeisances by Brahma on his own behalf and also on behalf of Lord Shiva. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Chamkut Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nama Om Viṣṇu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I offer my most humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and I beg for your merciful blessings, for I am not qualified, seriously, to speak on all these big topics. I am just a little ant trying to serve the order of my Guru Maharaj. So please give me your blessings. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So who is speaking over here? Lord Brahma is praying to the Supreme Lord. And we had very wonderful speakers. Just before this, we had Brihad Mridanga Prabhu eloquently explaining so many aspects of this chapter. Then just yesterday, we had Padmamukha Prabhu, whose class was full of so many wonderful transcendental points. What is the value of seeing one moment's association with a pure devotee? I was just hanging on to every word. Every point was so beautiful and something to meditate on for days to come. So such great people have spoken what I can speak. I'm just a little sparrow, so please tolerate me. So, what is being described are the three planetary systems, and Brahma is praying to the Lord, as we shall see in the subsequent verses, because he has to carry out his seva of creation. So he's praying, glorifying the Lord and praying for empowerment, and the Lord grants that to him. So Brahma, in the previous chapters, we have seen how he comes from the lotus stem, how he takes birth, and there's darkness all around. He doesn't know what is to be done. And then he sits in meditation after hearing tapa, right? He sits in meditation for 1,000 celestial years, and within his heart, he gets the realization of the Lord, and he becomes so satisfied. And he becomes ready to carry out the command of the Lord. So what is being described is only 1/4 of creation, which is the material manifestation, the cosmic manifestation. Ekam shena sthito jagat, only 1/4. And this itself is so huge. It is humongous. We cannot even fathom how vast this universe is. And this is just one tiny little universe, which is like a mustard seed in a bag of mustard seeds, with Ananta Shesh holding all the universes on his heads. So such a beautiful description. But how did we get here? Let's start from the beginning. How is this material universe manifested? What are the three worlds we are talking about? So the first expansion of Krishna is Baladev. From Baladev comes the first quadruple expansion, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Anirudh, Pradyumna. From them come the Narayan forms of the Lord, the four-handed forms, which are the predominating deities in the Vaikunta planets. From the Narayan form comes the second quadruple manifestation. Again, Vasudev, this is Mahasankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and from this Sankarshan comes Viṣṇu. And from here, the creative energy is set forth to create simply by the glance of Viṣṇu, simply by his breathing. Innumerable universes come out of his skin holes, as Prabhupada describes. From the pores of his skin, innumerable universes come with his exhalation, and with his inhalation, they are all resorbed into the body of the Lord. The Lord again expands and enters into each universe as Garbhodakashayi Viṣṇu. He lies down in the water of his own perspiration, and from his navel comes a lotus stem. And on that lotus stem, Aja, Brahma is born, who is the secondary creator, and he begins the work of creation in this material universe, giving bodies to all the living entities. All this creation is performed by Lord Brahma, and then the Lord again expands as Kshirodakashayi Viṣṇu and enters into the hearts of all living entities, enters into the atoms, and that's how here we are in this material world. Now the three planetary systems being discussed are the upper, middle, and the lower. Described, this is called Bhulok. This is intermediary planet. Above and below, there are 6 planets above Earth, and there are 7 planets below. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal. These are the lower planetary systems. Above, Bhuvarlok, Svargalok, Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, Satyalok, Brahmalok. These are all exalted planets where there is a very high standard of life. Great opulences and very long span of life. But again, the same 4 problems are there. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam. Krishna describes, Abrahma bhuvanaloka, punar avartino Arjuna, mam upetya tu kaunteya, punar janma na vidyate. All from the highest planet down to the lowest planet. From Brahmalok to the lowest planet. All are places of misery where there is repeated birth and death. But one who returns to my abode, O son of Kunti, does not take birth here again. So, devotee's destination, spiritual world. He doesn't want to waste time going up and down on this Ferris wheel of material existence, because what's the point? You can become Brahma, and again we have to fall down here. You can become an ant, and again you have to rotate in the species of life. So therefore, devotee does not get interested in any form of sense enjoyment, because this is what has caused the problem in the first place. I wanted to lord it over material nature. I wanted to enjoy without Krishna, and here I am. With that comes entanglement, reaction, overreaction, counter-reaction, and the entanglement in the material energy begins, and the living entity gets lost in the darkness of ignorance. Only by the mercy of the pure devotee of the Lord, our eyes are opened with the torchlight of knowledge. And when we begin the path of devotional service, Krishna becomes so pleased that he says, I destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Nashayami atma-bhavasto jnana-dīpena bhāsvataha. So, These planetary systems are there and they are resting on the Lord. They're not just existing just like that, because everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. What does Krishna describe? In 7:7 of Bhagavad Gita, he says, please repeat, Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani gana iva. O Dhananjay, conqueror of wealth, conqueror of wealth, there is no more truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me like pearls are strung on a thread. So the description is here, which I read up just because I wanted to know. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, verse 40 to 41. The Atala planet is situated on his waist, the Vitala on his thighs, Sutala on his knees, Talatal on the shanks, Mahatal on the ankles, Rasatal on the dorsum of his feet, and Patal on the soles of his feet. These are the lower planetary systems described on the legs. Middle is described as being situated on the navel, and the upper system, upper planetary systems which we spoke about, on the chest of the Lord. So everything is situated in Krishna. Everything emanates from him. Krishna declares this. 10:8 in Bhagavad Gita. Please repeat. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So when Krishna is declaring all this information, all this knowledge, and giving all this information in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, all the great acharyas are explaining, Srila Prabhupada has explained it to us in such simple, clear language so that even our dull brains can understand. How can we entertain the possibility that there is no person, there is no form? This is the impersonalist philosophy. We don't agree. We don't say this is philosophy, we call it philosophy. The philosophy of fools and rascals. Krishna is a person. It's an offense to say he has no form, he has no eyes, he has no hands, he has no... This is an offense against the Supreme Personality, and devotees strongly object to this. Krishna has a very beautiful form, and the spiritual world, which is the real world, is full of transcendental gems, where there are plenty, unlimited count of Surabhi cows, unlimited number of Lakshmis serving the Lord in pure love. That is the spiritual world where Krishna is playing on his flute and enjoying his pastimes. Chintamani prakara sadmashu kalpavriksha lakshavriteshu surabhi abhipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra satasamram sevyamanam govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, whose figure of beauty is tinged with the hue of blue clouds, who has beautiful eyes like blooming lotus petals. His head is decorated with peacock feather, and his figure of beauty, as we said, is tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. This is how beautiful Krishna is. Who cannot be charmed by Krishna? He's so enchanting. He's so beautiful. He's so lovable. He's a supreme object of worship for the devotee. Devotee doesn't want to see anything, doesn't want to hear of anything, doesn't want to worship anything except the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna in his beautiful form as Radha Madhav, in his beautiful form as Gaur Nitai, in his beautiful form as Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Lakshmi Narsimha, like this. Devotee develops a very personal relationship with the Lord and understands that Lord is a person. Impersonalists cannot understand this. Why? Because they want to annihilate the self. They are so afraid of suffering because they have suffered so much in the material energy. They want to put an end to all suffering. So they say, do away with all this, do away with all this. And so they negate everything and they want to just merge into the Brahman effulgence of the Lord. Devotee does not want to do this spiritual suicide. Because what is the point of going to Brahma Jyoti? We have to fall down here again because there's no rasa, there's no enjoyment, there's no taste. There's no relationship, there's no love. Who can stay without all those things? Krishna reciprocates with his devotee and devotee gets enlivened and enthused to serve Krishna more. Isn't it? Mama mana mandire rahani din Krishna murari Shri Krishna Murari. Such a beautiful song. Mama mana mandire. I want to make my heart into a mandir, my dear Lord, a temple where you can come and reside. You have captured my heart, now I want to capture you. That is devotee's desire, isn't it? Bhakti, Priti, Mala, Chandan. Tumi niyo he niyo, Chittanandan. You are the stealer of my heart, my dear Lord. Please accept these articles of worship. Bhakti. You are welcome to sing with me if you like. Bhakti, Priti, Mala, Chandan. Bhakti, Priti, Mala, Chandan. Tumi niyo he niyo, Chittanandan. Jivana marana, tava puja nivedan, sundara he manahari. You have captured my heart with your beautiful form. I cannot worship anyone other than you. Nayana jamuna, jhare anibar. My eyes are filled with tears and flowing like Jamuna. Tumara virahe, giridhari. Without you, my Lord, my eyes are simply Govinda virahename. Which is that word in Shikshashtakam. How does it go? Nayanam galadashru dharaya, vadnam gadgadarudaya gira, pulakar nichitam vapukada, tavanama grahane bhavishyati, yugaitam nimeshena, chakshusha pravirshayitam, shunyaitam jagat sarvam, govinda virahename. Without Krishna, I cannot live. Srila Prabhupada says we must feel this Govinda necessity. We must feel this desire for Govinda, because without Govinda there is no existence, there is no life. Everything is dry and pale and tasteless, and devotee just becomes so morose and dull. But with Krishna, we become enlivened, we become enthused, we become energized, we become excited to serve Krishna more, and devotee becomes very blissfully happy. Spiritual pleasure is real pleasure. It does not take part in the sources of misery, which are when material senses come in contact with the objects, because they have a beginning and an end. Yehi samsparsha jab hoga, dukkha yonaya evate, adiyantava kaunteya, nateshu ramate buddhaha. An intelligent person does not take part in all these things because there is a beginning and an end. Instead, he goes for spiritual pleasure, because that is where the real happiness is, not mirage in the desert, like material enjoyment, because it's ephemeral, it's flickering, it's temporary, and worst of all, it doesn't even satisfy. While spiritual bliss is satisfying, and there is no satiation. Material enjoyment, there is no satisfaction, even though there's satiation. So which one we want? No brainer. We want spiritual, right? And that is our nature. Anandamayo bhyasat. This is our nature. To be joyful is to be normal. Please repeat. To be joyful is to be normal. It's my birthright to be spiritually joyful. And I will go for it. Yes, we want that we attain our original position as pure, loving servitors of Krishna, because this is where there is real happiness. We have not come to Krishna consciousness to be miserable. Have we? No. No. You have come to Krishna consciousness to serve Krishna. Actually, we don't worry so much about happiness. We try to serve. The happiness is a byproduct. Prahlad Maharaj says, don't worry about happiness, distress. They will come. But as the devotee progresses, he begins to feel real happiness. When Srila Prabhupada was asked by the disciples, Srila Prabhupada, how will we know if Krishna is happy? And Prabhupada answered, when you become happy. Because you are part and parcel of Krishna, when Krishna is pleased, you are pleased. And how do we please Krishna? Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasadan nagati kutopi dhyayanstuvam tasya yashastri sandhyam vande guru shri charanaravindam. Pleasing the spiritual master. The spiritual master has Krishna. So we are just wretches running behind the Vaishnav Thakur. Amito Kangal Krishna Krishna Boli, Amito Kangal Krishna Krishna Boli, Daitava Pache Pache. We are simply wretched in this material world. Najani Bhakati, Kemoni Shodhibe More. How will you release me, my Lord? I do not have any bhakti, I do not have any intelligence, I do not have any qualifications. Gopinath, mama nivedana shuno, vishayi durjana, sada kamarata, kichu nahi mora guna. Gopinath, kemoni shodhibe more, na jane bhakati, karme jadamati, podechi samsara gore. I have fallen into this miserable existence, my dear Lord. I have no good qualifications. Please pick me up from this horrible ocean of birth and death. Give me devotional service to your lotus feet so that I can become an atom at your lotus feet and become fearless. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. We want to become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. Yes? How many of us want to become fearless? Fearlessness means going above bodily concept of life, getting rid of this bodily concept of life and coming to real life, which is fearlessness. Because unless we are fearless, how can we be joyful? It's not possible, right? So, in order to become fearless, there is this very wonderful prayer. If you chant this prayer every day, I promise you, you will slowly start seeing your fears melting away. Would you like to know? Yes? Okay. This is a prayer by Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Nrsimhadev. I think it's 5:18:8. I'm going to just tell you the translation because we are running out of time. You can repeat after me if you like. Oh my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, I offer my humble obeisances unto you. You are the source of all power. O Lord, who possess nails and teeth, just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish my demon-like desires for fruitive activities in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance so that we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. And we want to become fearless. You know why? Because we will have to face all these fools and rascals who are out to destroy the Hare Krishna movement. impersonalists, voidists, atheists, nihilists, this one, that one. We have to become very strong in our own Krishna consciousness, and we should be able to defeat them. For that, we have to become fearless. So, it is very important for us to understand, practice, realize, and then explain the philosophy so that everyone together, we are going to do this together, establish Krishna consciousness all over the world and make the whole world Vaikuntha. This is Lord Chaitanya's desire, isn't it? To make everything blissful and happy for everyone. Sarve sukhino bhavantu. Devotee's heart is very soft. He doesn't like to see anyone unhappy. He wants the whole world to become peaceful, prosperous, and happy. Who's going to do it? You and me. We can't look at others. We have to do it ourselves, right? Each and every one of us must take this legacy that Srila Prabhupada has given us, right? And pass it on. So thank you all so very much for listening patiently. Hare Krishna. We will open up for comments, questions, corrections. Can you take the microphone so that everyone can hear you as well as our internet audience, because they will miss out on your question and I don't want that to happen. Thank you.
I was asking this, you said everybody wants to become fearless. So where is it in the Bhagavatam, this sthiti?
Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, chapter 18, verse number 8. Even the Sanskrit is very beautiful. Can someone pull it up for Mataji? 5:18:8. Would you like to read the Sanskrit?
Om namo bhagavate narsinghaya namas tejas tejase bhava vraja nakha raja damstra karmasayam randhaya tamo grasa om swaha abhayam atmani bhuvistha om
Shravam. So beautiful, isn't it? So if you recite
small also, you can
yes,
recite
you
it.
can recite it every day.
Supposing we want to take it out when this mobile, then how do you take it out?
How to take it out?
I mean,
what you can do is, you can write it down on a piece of paper and you can keep it with you. If you want to have it on your mobile phone, we can send it to you so that it is on your mobile phone.
Can you send it on my mobile phone? My mobile phone number is?
Yeah, he will send it to you right after the class. Don't worry, you will have it. You will have it. Yes, it is very small. You can repeat it every day. Welcome to Mayapur. Your good name, Mataji? Manjusha. Welcome to Mayapur. Thank you for asking nice question. Anyone else? Thank you. That's very nice. Mataji says, whatever you said, we understood. That's because I'm a very simple person. I don't know very much, so there isn't much to say. Trying. Sridevi, Dasi, your humble servant. Yes, by Krishna's mercy and my Guru Maharaj's mercy, I stay here. Yes, I do give classes. This is actually my service. My Guru Maharaj has said, give class. And because I always get nervous after some time, he says, don't stop preaching. So he pushes me. Please take the microphone.
I came before also. I mean, I'm not permanently staying here. I just am on a tour over here for a month. So I've heard others also, but I couldn't understand it so clearly like yours. So it depends upon the accent also sometimes.
True.
Yeah, it's not because they can't explain. It's because I couldn't understand their accent.
Sure.
Because some are very foreigners and also.
Sure.
So
Yeah, sometimes it's a little difficult to understand, but Prabhupada's books are always easy to understand. So if we go...
I read Bhagavatam, sometimes I read Gita. And I'm from Kolkata, so I also go for Gita classes over there.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Gita classes, but Bhagavatam, I always hear from somebody like on a dais, not myself.
Okay. Srila Prabhupada said, I'm a Kolkata boy. So you're a Kolkata girl. Very nice. Very nice to know that you're from Kolkata. Please visit us often. And please take up the Bhakti Marg very seriously, because this is really a great boon. This will help us to attain the eternal life, which Prabhupada gave his life for. He gave his blood, sweat, tears, and his life. He sacrificed sleeping for hardly 3 to 4 hours, just to give us these books, this knowledge. So this is a very great gift, and take full advantage. And then give it to others. Bharat bhumite manushya janma hoilo jar, janma sarthak kari karo paropkar. Those who are born in the holy land of India, they have a very special responsibility towards the world. Make your life successful, help others. Now, Loknath Maharaj gave a very interesting definition. He said, whoever takes up this process is Indian. So whether you're foreigner or Indian or whatever, you take up this process, automatically you're Bharatiya. And so therefore you have got the legacy. So Indian, foreign, anyone, once we take up this process of Krishna consciousness and we realize its value, we must share it with others. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. This is Lord Chaitanya's desire, that everyone should come to know about Krishna consciousness and make their life successful. This is what the human form of life is for. You see? So, very happy to have you with us. And we pray you have a wonderful stay in Mayapur. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Anyone would like to say anything? Share their realizations? Any corrections? Done? Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.